Praise Jesus and welcome to Making Christ Known. We have been doing the book of Romans, which we finished, and now we are off to our next study, which I'm welcoming you to all come join me even as we go and we progress to making Christ known and even to know him better, because that is our main agenda, to know him known and to make him known. Now, remember what happened at the burning bush? Yes, there was a conversation between Moses and God, and Moses was sent by God, and he asked God, if I go to Pharaoh, whom will I tell he who has sent me? I will tell him who sent me. Then God replied to him and told him, tell him it's the I am that has sent you. The I am. And welcome to the I am study. We're going to do the I am study for the next 7 days, and we shall be blessed and our faith shall grow. Now, one of the most profound names of God is I am. God revealed his name to Moses at the burning bush. But who is this mysterious and all-powerful I am? Jesus revealed this divine nature and a heart toward us through 7 I am, or 7 where we shall find who I am means. And now, this statement is found in the book of John, just as his name implies. Discover how great I am provides everything we need to love and to follow him. The I am is the name we are going to be discussing, and we are going to do the I am in 7 different ways, so that we can know what is this meaning of I am, or what does it stand for. And remember, each 7 days has its own I am. And number 1 for today, for our today's reading, is I am the bread of life. That is the statement Jesus made. And remember, he who eats of me will never hunger. Yes. Now this story comes from the book of John chapter 6. It's very well explained from chapter 6 verse 1 all the way to 14, where Jesus talks about where he had gone at the other side of the shore, and people followed him. A large crowd followed him, and they were angry when the evening came. They were angry because they were been listening to Christ all day long. And so what did Jesus do? As a father, he saw they were hungry, and he fed them. Guess what? With the 2 fish and 5 fish and the 2 loaves of bread, he gave thanks, he blessed them, and they multiplied. So that on its own is a miracle, okay? Because he did it in front of them. So they were supposed to be even amazed and wow. And now, later, after the teaching has finished, people went to their own homes. But what happens when you eat today, tomorrow you're actually hungry, because you are human and your body is working and it's doing digestion. Digestion is happening in the inside, so you can't remain the same. But now, that's where this whole thing starts from. When they went, they came back the next day. And now, the crowd were hungry. They came looking for Jesus. And Jesus knew their motive. Because remember, he's all-knowing. What is hard for him? Is there anything too hard for him? Nothing is too hard for him. And also remember, he's all-knowing. That is number 1. And now he knew that their motive was wrong. They were not just coming to him because they saw the sign. Because they didn't come to him because of the teaching they received and they were blessed the other day. They didn't come for that. They didn't even come for the miracle that happened in their eyes. No, but to satisfy their physical hunger. And I believe they came for lunch now. If it was in the evening, they came for lunch, to be fed lunch. But their motive was just physical hunger. The food they wanted was perishable kind, forgetting the giver, okay? But Jesus was offering food that will last forever. His food was a right relationship with him, where he will be their bread and sustain and fill and satisfy them forever. So they came for physical satisfaction, and they forget about spiritual satisfaction. They just saw the lunch they came to eat, and they forgot that actually this man is the living bread. When I stay with him, I will never lack. I will never hunger. I will never thirst. They forgot that fact, and that is actually at times what we come for one day thing and we disappear. We come to God for a miracle, He does it, then we disappear, we go and forget Him. We forget He who does the miracle. Now these people's motive was wrong. And they forgot that when they are connected with God, He will sustain them. Not just physical, but spiritual also. He will fill them, because when Jesus fills you, you will never hunger nor thirst, because He fills every empty vacuum in you as a person. And also, He will satisfy you forever. That means you will never hunger again. And that's why He told the Samaritan woman at the well, when you drink of me, you will never thirst again. So what is important? To stay with the one who provides, or to receive and disappear. And now today the I am the bread of life brings to us and tells us the most important thing for us is to have a good relationship with God. To have a good and a right relationship with God, where we can come to Him, where we don't just come and receive and go, but we are connected, we are rooted in Him, where we receive nutrients. The branch, I always talk about the branch and the vine, and I say as long as you are connected to the vine, you will never go old, you will never lack the nutrients, because He supplies them to you. That is the same thing today we are looking at, that Jesus is calling for a right relationship with Him today, with the right motive, where you can be His friend, where He can be your friend, and you can abide together. That is what He's looking for. Because when you have Him as your friend, He will sustain, He will fulfill, He will satisfy you forever. Just like that crowd that chased after Jesus for free lunch, we too can follow Jesus with less than pure motive. As time we do this, we can find Him and His teaching useful, yes, for living a moral upright life, for running a profitable business and raising good kids, pursuing those outcomes without even treasuring the one who gives them to us. That we can come to Him for other benefits, but without even considering He who gives it to us. And the one who gives it to us, the only thing He wants is a true, right relationship with Him today. So may we not come to Jesus just for what He can give, but for a relationship with Him, He who sustains. It's like enjoying one meal of love and fish when you are offered a lifetime plan. May we stick with Christ, not just enjoy one day thing and forget Him. We go and then we come back. May our service to God be with pure intention. We don't just come to church to get connection so that our children can be identified with the church or with something. No, we come for us to build our spiritual man, to be rooted in Him, to know Him. That is the main thing, that we may have a relationship with God, not just for the physical need. Because when you're connected to Him, believe you me, when you're connected to Him, everything else, what does the Bible say? Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, then everything else will be added. But at times we come for the wrong motive. May God help us to come to Him with the right motive. That even when you receive salvation, you don't just receive to be, we have received. No, you come, you receive Christ, knowing that I want a relationship with Him. I want a pure relationship, a right relationship with Him. And when you allow Him in the right, He will fill, He will sustain, and He will satisfy you. And that's why we talk about transformation, renewal, and strengthening. It's not a one-day thing. You don't just come and run. You have to stick with He who gives it. Okay? Have you tasted the bread of life? Have you tasted Christ's love? His arms are always ready and waiting for you. When we partake of Him, we find Him to be food for our soul, what the soul needs the most. To believe in Him is to eat and to be satisfied both now and forevermore. He is the sustainer of our life, and He is our daily bread. Jesus is your daily bread today. May you receive him today. And the question, have you received him? If you have, may you make it, prioritize it to receive Christ and to make him the Lord over your life, not for any other just to have a relationship with him, to love him, to walk with him in every step of the way. And now, where have you been finding your satisfaction in your soul as a Christian? You only find it in him because he is the one who satisfies, who fills you. And now, do you come to Jesus for the gift he gives, or because you have found him the giver of the greatest gift? Look Jesus beyond what he can give you. Look him beyond. Look him as a father, as a friend, as a helper. Don't just look for the tangible gift that you can receive. Come to him with the right motive, and he will satisfy you with the other gift. Now, Jesus will be able, he's the only one who can satisfy you with both spiritual and physical things. And that's why we will end by saying, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added. For a better understanding, go back to the book of John chapter 6, verse 1 and verse up to 14. It tells you the story of the 5,000 people. Then you proceed from verse 25 all the way to 35. It will tell you the next story. May you not go to Jesus with the wrong motive. May you be looking for him, for you to have a relationship with him. And may you be blessed knowing that he is the bread of life. When you partake of him, you will never hunger, you will never thirst, because he fills you, he sustains you, and he satisfies you forever, not just one day thing. May you be blessed even as you purpose to search Christ and to know him in a personal way. May you be blessed.